At age 12, I took my first pregnancy test, and it was positive.
She's a local activist who took the national stage last night. You may have watched it happening here on ABC. Owensboro native Hadley Duvall, a rape survivor and now national abortion rights advocate, introducing Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear at the Democratic National Convention in Chicago. Her speech was carried primetime across all the networks and social media live. WHAS 11 News is the only Kentucky station in Chicago covering Andy Beshear's appearance. Today, after that late night speech, before leaving town, Hadley Duvall sat down with us. In our exclusive interview, telling Isaiah Kim Martinez and senior photojournalist Alyssa Newton about those personal moments right on stage.
A leader who's fought for me and for so many others. Governor Andy Beshear. So to be able to share that stage with him, just for a second and introduce him and give him that warm welcoming, it really was just so special.
Your friend, Andy Beshear.
Yes, I love him.
The most high-profile speech of Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear's political career put reproductive rights at the center of his message at the DNC. Kentucky, a state where abortion is almost entirely banned.
That fails any test of humanity, any test of basic decency, any test of whether you have any underlying empathy.
Introducing him for that primetime address was 22-year-old Owensboro native Hadley Duvall, a rape survivor and now national abortion rights advocate.
We see you. We hear you.
Her story was central to Beshear's re-election campaign, and now her own following on social media has more than doubled overnight.
To be able to stand on that stage and tell the world what I went through when there was a time when nobody would even hear my voice as a little girl, that's so special.
Was there a moment on that stage yesterday where you really let it sink in, be like, I have a real opportunity here, unlike any I've had before?
It was the moment when I said survivor. I almost teared up a little bit. And I usually don't do that on stage or in the media. I kind of sat there and I soaked it in for a moment. And I was just like, all of that damage is going to change the world.
But it's got to be taxing on you because now so many stories are riding on your shoulders. I mean, do you feel that kind of pressure or do you just try not to let it show?
I feel the pressure, but then I think of what I used to feel and what I used to go through. And if little me can get through the 10 years that I got through, then I can get through carrying the women and the girls through society and through the hate and hopefully get our reproductive freedom back.
And right now, Isaiah is joining us in Chicago. So, Isaiah, as she told you, she's not really used to being on the stage now, but she's right now in the middle of a presidential campaign, as is Governor Andy Beshear. Does she believe with her comments that she can sway women voters to the polls, which everybody's saying is going to be the key in a tight race with Donald Trump in November?
Well, Doug, folks like Hadley Duvall and Governor Andy Beshear certainly believe that their efforts can sway voters. It's why surrogates for the Harris-Walz campaign, like them, are campaigning so hard and say they'll continue to do that through November. Reproductive rights, we've shown studies, is one of the main drivers for getting voters to the polls. I'm here in Chicago. Isaiah Kim Martinez, WHAS 11 on your side.
All right, Isaiah, Alyssa, thank you very much for your coverage. Former President Barack Obama is set to speak at the DNC tonight, as well as the second gentleman, Doug Emhoff, Kamala Harris's husband. And you can watch live coverage from the ABC News political team starting at 10 right here on WHAS 11. Well, today, a bit of a controversy breaking out as Governor Andy Beshear and Senator J.D. Vance going head-to-head once again at it today, this time on the topic of abortion. And it all started this morning when Andy Beshear appeared on MSNBC.
J.D. Vance calls pregnancy resulting from rape inconvenient. Like, inconvenience is traffic. I mean, make him go through this.
J.D. Vance quickly responding on social media, posting the clip saying, "Why is Andy Beshear wishing that a member of my family would get raped?" He goes on to call Governor Beshear a, quote, disgusting person. Later this afternoon, Beshear appeared once again on MSNBC, and he was asked if that's what he really meant. He said, of course not.
It's ridiculous, but it's also deflection. I mean, J.D. Vance knows that he and Donald Trump are so wrong on this issue, and so he's trying to make himself the victim.
Today, the Trump-Vance campaign releasing a statement that reads in part, his comments are disgusting, vile, and should not be tolerated in American politics.